Hey guys, good morning to you. It's 6:30 a.m. Saturday morning. I just rolled in off the road about 2:30. Got to bed at 3 o'clock, but I was all jazzed up to get up early this morning, go get my new ride. Thought I'd take you guys with me. I'm all jazzed up about it. It's gonna be a good day. We're gonna have some fun today. Thought I'd take y'all with me, show you something a little different. All I'll say is she's big, she's red, damn she's pretty. So come along, join me. It's about an hour drive to get there, so I'm pretty tired, but it's all right. It's gonna be a good day. We have arrived. It's a little cold this morning, kind of windy, but we're here. So let's check out this pretty new ride I was telling you about. Bam, there she is. Like I said, she's big, she's red, she's pretty, and boy is she powerful. But it's not what you quite expected, is it? I'll take a walk around here and show you. We gotta do some field work on the farm today. It's crop season, gotta get these crops in the ground. It's supposed to rain possibly 3 inches tonight, and we got to get this done. We got a 40-acre field here to do. Got to get the soybeans in. So you can see the ground has already been worked once. We have smaller equipment, so we got to work it a couple times here. This smaller equipment doesn't sink into the ground as well, and you got to make sure you get the soil nice and tilled up and loose. You get good. So you can get a good seed bed. But let's see what we got here. A Case IH 7120. It's a good sized tractor. A lot bigger than what we had when I was younger. We got a disc here, John Deere 220. I think it's crap, I can't remember, 19 or 21 foot disc. Folds in half. We got to, we're going to do some field work today, and ride along with me. We're going to talk a little bit about farming. A lot of similarities between farming and trucking. Of course, there's a lot of differences, but be kind of interesting maybe. We got to finish up this farm here, then go over to the main farm where my little brother is, and we do some more work over there, and then come back here, plant the soybeans. I think I'm gonna run the roller over them, or maybe he'll do that. I don't know, but just like with trucking, you gotta pre-trip your equipment. And out here you pre-trip your equipment. You check the oil on the tractor, but we gotta check this disc over because little brother was running this disc. And you all know how little brothers are. They're hard on stuff, aren't they? He already ripped this gang off here the other day. Glad he did it and not me. I did it last year. So you can see these new bolts. I had to remount it. I just go through and look all the bolts over. Make sure the frame ain't cracked. Last year, we lost this big pin through here, and the disc darn near come apart. Dragging these things through the field, it's rough. They're hard on them. They take one hell of a beating. So you really got to, even while you're running it, you got to watch that you're not ripping something apart. Especially up here where we live. We got hard clay soil, and it's hard pack. It's not like you've probably seen some of these crop farmers on YouTube working their fields, and they got great big equipment, and 24 row planters and articulating tractors. Well, we're just dairy farmers up here. We don't have as big of fields. We're not cash cropping. All the crops that we grow go to feed the animals. So we don't sell anything. So things are done a little differently. We only run a couple 100 acres up here. Anyway, this is hard soil. It takes a lot to till it up. so we got to go over it a couple times. But we're looking good here. We've had a problem right here with this particular bearing block. Keeps breaking on us. But it looks like it's holding up good. Looks like little brother didn't do too bad on the disc here. It held together. But I think I'll tell him he broke it anyway. Maybe we can get him to come on camera with us a little later. Talk about farming a little bit right now and what's going on and the struggles that they're facing. We think we're facing tough times in trucking. You should hear about what dairy farmers are going through right now. It's brutal. So all I gotta do is check the oil in this baby here, and we will get about. We farming, man. Let's go farming. We're looking good so far. Just took a little water break and bathroom break here. Got all the long passes done. Now I just got to go around the edges of the field, do the headlands, what they're called, or end rows, so I can cover up my tracks from turning around every time. You want to cover up your tracks because it makes it smoother for planting then. I'm all finished up and ready for planting. We made it through. You can see the soil's nice and loose here, so that'll be real nice for a good seed bed. A lot of corn stalk trash, but the planter kind of pushes that aside, drops the seed in and covers up the seed. Didn't have any casualties on the disc, which is really nice. It's the first year I didn't break anything. Things just break, that's how it is. So I got this thing parked. Brother's coming over. We're gonna trade tractors. He's bringing another tractor over with the bean roller, and one of us is gonna plant, the other one's gonna roll the beans. Look who showed up with the bean roller. Similar tractor. This one's a 7230 instead of a 7120. It's actually more powerful. We don't have any duals on it for the moment. I'm about halfway done here, rolling out this field. Having some problems though. The ground is so hard and so dry because we haven't had any rain that I can't see my marks in the dirt. When I turn around, here watch, I'm turning around now. Can't see where the hell I left off. Everything looks the same, so at this point, it's all educated guess. I'll probably miss some spots I might overlap, but my brother said don't worry about it. It happens to everybody, and I believe it. You can barely tell there's a little ridge in the dirt, and if I take too long, the wind is drying that out and I can't see that anymore either. But it's going pretty good. We ain't had nothing break yet. Well, something's wrong here in the tractor. Turn this doggone radio on. I've tried every station, can't find no Merle, can't find no Hank, no Willie, no Waylon. Gosh damn defective radio. So I guess we'll settle for some classic rock. Meanwhile, we'll rectify that for next year because I see this tractor has a CD player in it. Doesn't have a spot for an MP3 player. I think this tractor was made before MP3 players come about. We'll resolve that issue for next year, but she's going pretty good. The wind is kicking up, making this dry situation even worse, drying it out pretty fast here, but we're praying for rain tonight. I'll tell you that right now. Got that whole field done up there on the other side of that green ditch, and then the rest of it here should have done in probably about a good 3 more hours, maybe 4, as long as I'm done before dark. I don't like doing field work in the dark because I'm running somebody else's equipment, and I feel really bad if something breaks. With my equipment, it'd be different. Look at that knucklehead over there tailgating me. I come out here for some peace and quiet, and the traffic's as bad as driving through Chicago. No need for him to be that close to me. That's just crazy. She's getting kind of crowded out here in the field now. I'm gaining on the corn planter here, so I'm gonna slow down a bit here and let him get farther ahead of me. That's all she wrote, folks. We are done with field work for the season. Time to take this thing back to the main farm, and I got to get a ride back here to get my vehicle. Maybe we'll take a little tour, see what other fields we did. Before we do that, look at this cool trick I can do with my mind. Ain't that cool? Well, doggone, guys. Just got done here. I'm headed back to the main farm with the thing, and I was going through my videos. Half my footage was in time lapse. The camera fell off the ledge here, fell on the ground at one point, and it must have hit the button and knocked it into time lapse. So I lost most of my good footage. Did a lot of cool things. Told some funny jokes, man. And I'll tell you what, it's too bad you didn't get to hear them all. But anyway, I'll go through things here and figure out what you missed. Basically, we went in the field with the disc the first time, finished up discing, go a bunch of times around, and then go back and forth. Got all that done, and then we got the roller out there so I could go behind the planter and roll the beans out. Probably notice I spend most of my time when I was in the field looking back like this, because you really got to keep an eye on that equipment. It's more important what's going on behind you than in front of you with one of these things, because if you hit a rock or something, you can tear that disc apart, or if it gets plugged up. So yeah, you can spend most of your time like this here. Now I'm on the road. I gotta watch for mailboxes, because we're pretty wide here. And I also gotta watch for cars. I got one coming here. Guys, we're almost back to the main farm, but I wanted to slow down here and talk a little bit before we get there. You can see this is pretty swampy land on either side. The wildlife out here is phenomenal. Now in trucking, you don't want to go into way stations because the bears will tear you a new ass, right? Well, out here, the bears will literally tear you a new ass. So you got to watch out for that. Big old black bears out here. They don't bother you really. Every once in a while you'll see one. We might actually see something run across the road here today. It's not uncommon to see a wolf. There's a lot of wolves out here. They're scary as hell. And I could tell you stories about them. You would probably call me a liar and not believe half of them anyway. But it's not uncommon to see them out in the road. These are not your wolves you see at the zoo. If you've never seen one in the wild before, they look like a small horse. They're freaking huge. And some of the crap they tell you on TV, or the experts tell you about them, are just untrue. They will stalk a human being. They haven't attacked anybody, but their intelligence is phenomenal. The way they work together as a group to get what they want. If they want your dog, they'll bait him out into the road or out into the field, and then they'll tear him to pieces. I don't know. I'll keep the camera on. Maybe we'll have one in the road here with us. If I'm still out here at dark, you will hear them howl and call each other. So I'll definitely capture that for us. And most of the time they're not too far away, and you can see them when they're doing it. So guys, I'm really tired. Heading back over to the main farm in my pickup to pick up an old used water tank he doesn't use anymore. Gonna take it home and use it as a planter for the wife. I didn't get much sleep last night. Didn't take a proper 10-hour break, so I was told to go see the log department. Get it? Folks, I only got 2 or 3 more jokes like this. I'm running out. Got about a 60-acre field of hay right here, which I didn't do nothing with. And then here's about 50 acres of corn we put in. This whole field up here goes up the hill there a little ways. And up here on the left, it'll be the last 80-acre field of corn. So that's it for cropping this year. We'll be back in the summertime and maybe help make some hay. Then we can see how these crops came up too. Had a good time doing this. It's good to get out here once in a while and kind of get away from it all, even though it's hard work. So we'll see you later.